So once you navigate to, once you logged into LinkedIn session, you can click on jobs here and select the skill Selenium and select the country whichever you want. You are looking for something like Hyderabad, Noida, Malaysia, Singapore. See, I'm searching for Singapore and I'm selecting and clicking on search. See, you can able to find so many jobs here. Okay, if you want to look for Dubai, you can type for Dubai. See Dubai. So you are getting so many job positions, huge openings on Selenium. Okay, so like this, so you can go and easy apply so that your profile will be uploaded for this job position and you will get the calls within a week or to see. Response time is typically 4 days, so they are updating. Next 4 days you might get call at any time. Okay, so like that, for every job position they are specifying like that. Okay, and what are the famous websites if you want to get the jobs? So one is LinkedIn, next one is Indeed, third one is Found IT, and fourth one is Naukri. Okay, so these are the four websites. These are the four websites you have to upload your resume so that you will get the calls. And if you are looking specially for Dubai job positions, you need to go to naukarigulf.com. Naukarigulf.com. Okay, and suppose if it is see if it is suppose this is a Found IT. Found IT means if you are logging into foundit.in, so you are applying job positions for India. Okay, if you are tired, if you are looking, if you are uploading your resume foundit.my means you are applying jobs for Malaysia. Okay, if you are applying for foundit.singapore, something like this. Okay, so you are applying jobs for Singapore country. Okay, so find out a relevant job portal and upload your resume in foundit.my or foundit.sg or foundit.in. So you can search for the jobs and you can apply for the jobs. So like that you have to do. Okay, so this is the information I want to tell you. Okay, now let's continue on the today's class. So today's topic is how to automate a drop down functionality. Okay, let me show you the drop down functionality first. Drop down. Okay, right. Now this one. So I'm navigating to this website. I'm navigating to this website. See, if it is text fields or login buttons, we know how to inspect the web element and how to write the set of driver instruction, we know. But on this drop down, I want to select some country. Okay, so this part we haven't discussed. So today's class I'm going to cover how to automate a drop down. So how to select one of the list value from this drop down. Okay, so that is the functionality I'm going to tell you. So as usual, first you need to inspect the web element. So let me click on inspect. See here drop down, for this drop down, developer had given select name is equal to country. So select name is equal to country. So driver dot find element by name country. So that is the thing we can write. Okay, let me expand this select tag. Okay, so here these are the drop down values: Albania, Algeria. So this country having so many option values. So the functionality here, one of the value we are selecting in the UI. So these are the code has been written by developer. Okay, we are able to see. So whenever a drop down functionality is there, developer generally developer will write tag name as select tag. See here select. So if developer is using select tag, then we have to write the code like this. Okay. So I have created a local variable, and I'm writing within the double quotations. This is the URL is invoking, and once after these 4 lines got executed, application URL will be launched. Okay, right. Next point is select. See, to handle the drop down, select drop down is equal to new select of driver dot find element by name country. So this is the line of code we need to write. So select is the supporting library to handle drop down. See here, select is the supporting library. It was imported. Okay. Suppose if this line was not there, I'm saving. Select drop down is equal to new select of, so driver dot find element by name country. So here select, it is asking for to import supporting library. So I'm keeping the mouse over and I'm clicking on import. See, this is the line got added automatically here. Okay, and I'm saving the program. So to handle drop down, we need to write like this. So drop down dot select by value. So here whatever value it contains, here whatever value it contains, what is the value? Albania, Algeria. So suppose I want to select the value as this one, ANGOLA. So I'm giving this value. Okay, and I'm saving. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, after invoking the application URL in the drop down country, Angola value has to populate. Okay. Okay, let's go and let's refresh this website now manually. So by default, Albania got populated. So whenever our script got executed, so Angola has to populate. Okay, I'm doing right click, run as test-ng test. Okay, this is navigated. See, Angola has been populated. Okay, so like this. So in the interviews, people will ask a question: how do you handle dropdown? So you have to tell in the interviews, we have to import select class. So because this is the import statement, we have to import to select class, and we have to write the lines of code as select drop down is equal to, you can create this drop down, we can call it as an object. Select drop down one, you can give whatever name you want. Select drop down is equal to new select of driver dot find element by name and drop down dot select by value, so that that particular value will be selected from the drop down. Okay, so this is the first approach, and let me tell you the second approach. So I'm commenting this line and I'm uncommenting this line. Select by index. Okay, so select by index 12th. What is the 12th line item here in this drop down? So the index will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Australia has to select. Okay, 12th I mentioned. Okay, let me run this program. So based on index also, we can able to select the drop down values. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, I'm saving this program. I think Albania is the item, it seems. Australia. Okay, Australia got populated. Okay, so our script got executed successfully. So if you want to select the drop down based on indexing number, we have to use the method as select by index. Okay, this is the second. And the last one is select by visible text. Select by visible text. Okay, so let me tell you what is visible text. See, here option value is equal to Argentina. Value is equal to Argentina. And here Argentina had been specified. This is called text. Okay. So sometimes developer might write code like this. Okay, let me copy this line. Copy element. sometimes developer might write code like this. So IND, and here developer might write code like this. Okay. So this part we can call it as a value, and this part we can call it as a visible text. Okay. So previously, based on value, we have seen how to select. So select by value. So based on value. So whatever, suppose in this case, we will write IND, so that India will be selected. If you want to select based on visible text, okay. So based on visible text, so you can take this text. This text we can call it as a visible text. This we can call it as a value. So if you want to populate the drop down based on visible text, you can give India like this. Got the point, right, everyone? So like that. Okay, let me run this program and we will see. See, India got populated automatically. So based on visible text also, we can handle the drop down. So in the interviews, people are asking this question: how do you handle drop down? Okay. So to handle drop down, we have to import select a class, and we have to create an object. Select drop down is equal to new select of driver dot find element by name, and we can select the drop down by using select by value, select by index, select by visible text. So we can write drop down dot select by value, drop down dot select by index, drop down dot select by visible text. By using these methods, we can able to handle drop down. So this is the answer you have to tell in the interviews. Okay. So this approach, this select tag, we will write only when it is developer is writing. If developer is writing the tag name as select. So here the developer had used the tag name as select. See, select option, 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 option. So if developer is using tag name as select, then only this syntax is recommended. If developer is not using select tag in the coding part, we should not use this program. Suppose instead of select, if developer had written div, okay. So in that case, this approach it won't work. Okay. If developer is using tag name as select, then only we will use this approach. Okay. If developer is using other than select tag, suppose div, something else, if you used, then this syntax it won't work out. Okay. So in that case, how to handle dropdown, now we will see. Now let me tell you the second approach. So I'm copying this URL, navigating to, so I'm navigating to admin 1123. So as per this set of driver instructions where I'm navigating, I'm clicking on admin organization locations add button. Okay, admin organization locations, and I have to click on add button. So here in add button, what are the fields I'm going to type? Okay, I'm going to type. Okay, one is one input value and another one is okay, right. So here I need to type some value. So this one I'm typing. Okay, IND I'm typing. And country I have to select. See, this is the drop down. This is also called a drop down. So I have to click on this link. After that, I'm seeing some different values here. Okay. So let me select Angola. So this is the country had been populated. So this is also a kind of drop down only. Okay. So first I am clicking on this one. After that, I am able to see the list of values. So if I am going to inspect this one, One second. Afghanistan. Okay. One second. So one second. So here I am unable to inspect the web element. So that is the problem I'm facing. So I want to click inspect. I want to inspect Afghanistan. So the moment when I will click, that web element is selected. So I cannot able to inspect this list of drop down values. So for this one, so first of all, I need to click on inspect. So one second, to pass that one, what I need to do. One second, please. Pass. Okay, I have to press function key F8. One second. So here I need to. Okay, yes, I will tell you this part. Okay. So here I'm clicking on the, so this is the select click. So there is, besides to drop down, there is a small drop down is there. So I'm clicking on that drop down. Okay, I'm clicking on the drop down, and this is the X path. Okay, let me take the X path part. Okay. So this is the X path. This is the X path to identify all the list of values in the dropdown. So how to identify this X path, I will tell you in tomorrow's class, because this is the connectivity part is pending. I will tell you in tomorrow's path how this X path I had identified. I will tell you. So this dropdown contains so many list of values. So this is the syntax we need to write. If developer is writing other than select tag, this is the line of code we need to write. So list of web elements is equal to driver dot find elements. So that is not a single value. The list contains so many group of values. So that's why here driver dot find elements by XPath. So like this we need to write. Okay. So all the web elements will be stored in this object. And in Selenium, so by using for loop, we have to iterate all these elements. So for web elements. So element dot get text. So the first web element value, it will come here. str dot equals of India, then it will click on India. If it is not India, it won't click in the if condition. So it will look for the second web element. And whenever element value is str value matches to India, so then it will click on the element and it will do break statement. So that execution will be exited from this for loop. Guys, here, so there are some non-IT background people are there. So this is the important coding part you need to understand. So in the interviews also, people are asking, how do you handle drop down if it is other than select tag? So then you have to tell these lines of code. Even people are also asking the same question only. So list of web elements is equal to driver dot find elements by XPath. So this is the XPath. It is giving all the web elements. So the web element contains 250 countries. So this XPath is this XPath, it indicates all the 250 countries. So elements. So all the 250 countries was identified. So I want to iterate each and every web element. So I am writing the syntax like this for web element elements. So those stuff, suppose the first value is string str is equal to element dot get text. Suppose if it is Albania, Albania equals to India. No, this is not correct. Again, the for loop will be iterated for the next web element. So next is Hungary, Angola. So something like that. Whenever the str value matches to India, that element will be clicked and break statement will be exited and your for loop execution will be stopped, so that we can able to click on the when str value matches to India, that particular web element will be clicked. Okay, let me run this program and I will tell you. Run as test engine test. So it's navigating. See here, India got populated and the location details also it's populated. See the location details. So page 2, so some value had been typed and that details was populated. Okay, now let me show you. So this is the record had been created just now. So this is the record got been created. So if I will clicking on this one, I can able to see. So the here page 2 got populated and country name India got entered. So here the important point is how to identify this XPath. Okay, so this XPath, how to identify this XPath. If it is other than select a tag, I will tell you in tomorrow's class. Okay, because there is some continuity part is there. So first I need to tell that part and after that. So in the interviews, if people will ask a question, how do you handle drop down other than select a tag? So then you have to write syntax part like this: list of web elements is equal to driver dot find elements by XPath. And by using for each loop, this loop we can call it as a for each loop. For each loop, we will write a for loop web element elements string str is equal to element dot get text. So first element value will be identified and that text will be fetched and that text value it will be compiled. If it is not, again the second web element and third web element, fourth web element, fifth web element, wherever the web element value str contains India, that particular web element will be clicked and break statement will be executed, and after that it will exit it totally from the for loop. Okay, so these are the lines of code it will write. Okay, so in the interviews also people are asking, this is very simple question, anybody can tell. If you're going for interview, most of the people can able to answer this question because these are two lines of code. Select drop down is equal to new select and drop down dot select by visible text, select by index or select by value. If developer is writing only the tag name is select. If it is developer is writing other than select tag, okay, then we have to write this is the syntax. So that is the main difference. So how to identify this XPath, I will tell you in tomorrow's class. So the group of web elements XPath is, this is the XPath of that particular web element. Guys, understood everyone? So that's it on the drop down part. Okay. So now I want to tell you. Okay, one second. So now I want to tell you how many locators are there in Selenium. So guys, can anybody tell me what are the locators as of now we had discussed? Anybody? What are the locators? In how many ways the web element we can identify? we can locate a web element based on ID, based on name, based on XPath. So these are the three things. We can locate a web element based on ID. If it is by ID, we will write driver dot find element by ID. If it is by name, we will locate the web element driver dot find element by name. Within the double quotation, we will give that name. If it is by XPath, driver dot find element by XPath, and within the double quotation, we are specifying the XPath. So far, these are the three locators you guys know. But in Selenium, there are total 8 locators had been given. So we are going to discuss remaining 5 locators as well. Okay. So let's discuss those 5 remaining 5. So if it is by ID, see driver dot find element by ID. So this is the value it will type automatically. So let me run this program. Run as test ng test. See here mobiles will be typed. See mobiles got typed automatically. So this text field web element was identified by using ID. So the ID was given for that particular web element as this one. And I'm typing that value as mobiles. So if you want to type laptops, you can type it. So like that. Okay. And by name, so far we had discussed the name only, username, password, and this one. And XPath also you guys know. So XPath also you can write it within double quotations here. But in real time, people will write like this: static string username XPath is equal to static string password XPath is equal to. So here you will write like this within the double quote, and this we can use it here by XPath, username XPath, password XPath. So if you want to write it directly here within the double quotation, you can specify this one. But in real time, people will write XPath like this approach. So you can also practice this approach on. So username XPath. So by XPath username XPath dot send keys, password XPath dot send keys. Okay, so like this. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, let me close all this. Linked text. So I'm navigating to Amazon.in website. So far we already know ID, name, and XPath. So now I'm going to tell you the locator name as linked text. So I navigated to Amazon.in. So I want to click on mobiles. I want to click on sell. I want to click on best sellers. So let me inspect this best sellers. Right click and click on inspect. Best sellers. Right click and click on inspect. Right. So the tag name, the developer had used tag name as A. A means anchor tag. So if you are using, if developer is using tag name as A, then we can use the locator name as link text. Driver dot find element. Okay, let me. So like this. So we can. So we can use the locator name as driver dot find element by link text. So far you had seen only ID name XPath, but we can also write the locator name as link text. So whatever link text had been given, that link text we can specify. Suppose if the developer had mentioned mobiles, you can write mobiles. So we can write this locator link text only if the tag name is A, anchor tag. Then only we can write. Okay. So there is another link also there, partial link text. Partial link text. So you no need to write complete text, some partial text. So instead of writing best sellers, you can write some portion of that text. So that link also it will be identified. So you no need to write complete text. Some partial text of that link text also you can write. So if you want to write some partial text, so then use the locator name as partial link text. Okay, so let me comment this line and let me run this program. Link text, run as test test. See, it's clicked on bestsellers. So it's navigated to bestsellers page here. So how to click on bestsellers? If the bestsellers tag name is anchor tag, then we can use link text. Suppose if you want to handle this line by using partial link text, you can also execute. So some portion of the partial link text only I have written. I haven't written complete text. So let me run partial link text locator. So link text or partial link text locators will be used only when the tag name is A. A means anchor tag. See, it's clicked on bestsellers. So based on some portion of the link text, we are able to click on the bestsellers web element. Okay. So like this. So when to use link text and when to use partial link text. This is the discussion we want to discuss. So in your program, so if developer had written a code like this, see, I'm uncommenting this line. Suppose developer had written a code like this. Okay. So if you are using inbox, link text, what you will write? Here you will write complete text, inbox of 123, something like this you will write. Okay, one second. You will write it like this. So it will click on inbox of 123. So your script got executed today. But when you come for tomorrow and you are trying to execute this script, by that time your inbox contains, let us assume 170 mails are there, and you are ready to execute your script. But inbox of 123 web element was not there in the UI because it's got updated to inbox of 176. So in that case, this web element, it cannot be identified and it will throw an exception, no such element exception, and your script will be failed. So your link text is not identified on the UI and it is throwing no such element exception. Okay. So in that case, instead of writing the complete text, you can write some partial text. So don't, so if the, so in that case, you can write like this partial link text inbox, because that number part is changing every time. That number part is changing every time. So whichever partial text it is fixed. So you can take that partial text so that inbox web element will be clicked all the times perfectly. Okay. So like that. So if the link text is fixed, then we will go with link text. If the link text is keep on changing, some numerical value, some value it is changing in the link text, then we can prefer with partial link text. Okay, guys, everyone is following or not?